Hey, I'm Jeff Tripp.
And I'm Marion Tripp. So this is Elijah. He's 20 now.
Yeah.
So we've been sponsoring him for
10 years.
10 years now.
In 2013, basically went to the home that had the most needed family, and we delivered food. And during that time, I was standing outside praying as the team went in, and felt God speaking to me and saying, this is the person, someone in this home is who you need to sponsor. And that's where it all began for me.
So when he came home, we contacted Africa New Life and requested that Elijah be under our sponsorship. He was 10 at the time, and we went back in 2014 to meet him.
But the first time you meet, it's an experience that you can't explain.
It's a little awkward, but it is a fun experience because then we get to hang out with them for the day, and then we got to go and do a family visit with them, which was, it was just so touching. Even if it was for that short afternoon that we had together, it was just one of the best experiences of our lives. We went back, and when we got to the church where we would be having the parties, and we looked out, and Elijah had our picture in his pocket, and he pulled it out and he held it up, and he saw us on the bus, and he had the biggest grin on his face, and it just touched us so much that he carried that picture with him.
And through Africa New Life, when you sponsor, there are some health needs that obviously get taken care of, and that was one of the advantages for Elijah to be in the program, because he got the health treatment that he needed to become a healthy young man.
Here we are in 2023, and we had been wanting to go back to see him. He's in secondary now, and he has 2 more years of school, and we've been getting letters and writing back and forth. So Elijah lives with his uncle now. His family moved to Tanzania during COVID, and he stayed with his uncle so he could stay in the program. So Elijah and his uncle traveled 6 hours to see us.
Elijah came up to the bus and put his hand on the window, and I put my hand on the window, and he's smiling big. And I'm like, okay, I gotta get off the bus. So I was pushing everybody out of the way to get off the bus to go see Elijah. Of course, the time we went this year, it was during October, which is their rainy season. So when we got off the bus and actually hugged him, he was soaking wet because they had traveled through the rain. I mean, 6 hours to come and visit it's hard I can't comprehend that.
As Elijah and his uncle were leaving, I looked at Elijah and I told him, I love you, Elijah. He looked down at me, he said, I love you too, Marion. And that just, it's like I said, it's my Rwanda family.
Yep.
So sponsorship has impacted us in many positive ways. There's no negative thing to be said about it. It doesn't cost very much to sponsor a child, less than the cost of going out to eat.
So today's your opportunity to sponsor a child. It's very simple, it's easy, it changes you, changes them, and it makes a difference.
This is the greatest gift you could give yourself and you could give to a child.